Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T. with you every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live free picks for today's card. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, give us that like, that thumbs up. It really helps build up our audience. What we're going to do here is we'll introduce the cappers. We'll get right to the picks. Today we'll cover picks from NBA, college basketball, NHL. Then we'll have our parlay segment at the end of the show. So let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Hey,
not so much, Tony. Can't complain. Winning day on Tuesday, on Monday. Can't complain about the way things are going. I can complain that my
You got that on mute, Rod. You lost your sound, Rod. Your microphone issue again.
There we go. My bad about that. Hey, it was there 5-2 day yesterday. Can't complain. The only thing NFL I couldn't hit a win right now. It was stuck to the board. It's just one of those things. Went 0-6 on the weekend in the NFL. So hey, but look what we're doing in all the other sports. We're kicking the bookie in the butt in the NHL. Happy birthday, McDavid. Congrats to that one. The nice little sniper goal for us. And, hey, thanks, Chris, for getting us onto finding that first goal winner. He sniped the first goal 11-1, too. Hope everybody tailed that one. Let's get on to it. Massive college basketball card today. Some pretty good matchups going head-to-head as well. I'm excited to watch some of those solid games in college basketball. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Absolutely. So, Bo, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's a nice slate, man, today. Got some nice spots in there, man. So see if we can continue to bring these guys some winners. So let's get to it, man. Let's get it.
Let's do it, indeed. Let's say hello to Chris. Chris, what's happening?
Not much. Coming off a pretty good day yesterday, 2-0 with the Pistons winning that one for my NBA bet, and then going under in that Monday Night Football game. So definitely off good start this week, and looking to keep it going forward.
Yeah, I was really glued to that Memphis-Houston game. I thought that was a really good basketball game. I really hope they meet in the first round of the playoffs, because that would really build a rivalry. Because I could tell there's a lot of tension between these teams, because you've got this mad dog attitude from Houston, and you've got this slick Memphis Grizzlies team that just laughs it off like, you can give us this attitude, but we're just going to run through you. I thought it was a very entertaining game yesterday.
Yeah, my favorite part was the jump ball between Edey and Dylan Brooks. That was an amazing matchup. So,
yeah. So I'm hoping for a first round playoff matchup, even the second round. But I would like to see a playoff matchup between those two teams, because there would be a lot of intensity in that game. It looked like a playoff game yesterday. I knew when these teams played, I said, this is going to be like a playoff game. I'm going to have my eyes glued to it. And it was on my second TV with the football. And I said, man, this definitely delivered there in the association. And people get down in the association, but these teams really got after it yesterday there. So it was a really good game. Yeah, let's say hello to Sean. Sean, what's going on?
How do you say, guys? All right day yesterday. I had a rare losing college hoops day. I went 1-2 there. So I looked to bounce back. NFL, Rams there, okay. Pistons I had, so it is what it is. Just another day at it, That's all we can do. One day at a time. Happy about to McDavid. Thank you very much. Yeah, not where I venture really into, but I gotta say, like when I came on here, I told you, well, I'm kind of light on my hockey and stuff, right? Told you on here I was 13-14 coming into this season. But I go on the show here and it's like a 5-1 run now, like the hockey and NBA. I've put out some places. I've come on a 4-1 run here. I'm like, so the early, you force my hand into sports where I'd say, you know what, let me just stick to college basketball because I'm doing well. But now it's like, all right, I have to find some NBA. I'm doing all right. And 2-1 again in it's the parlay. For me, it's just bet all three, like whatever. Yeah. Another 2-1 day there. So 17-5. I have to come in. If I had a surgery, I'd have to cancel it because I have to come in and give out a 3-pack at the end because they've just been cashing. So
yeah. So like a parlay segment, some folks just call it a 3-pack segment. You can either parlay it or as Sean suggests, just play it against the spread, and you're making big money on that parlay segment with Sean playing these games against the spread. All right. And I had my winner there with the NBA. Of course, when I bet the under in the first half, it loses, right? That 11-2 run there with the under with the first half of the Spurs went too much. And the Lakers, what happened to you? What a second half there by the Spurs, trying to flex their muscles in Staples Center. That was That was a surprise. I didn't expect, Coach, I'm never surprised when the Lakers lose, but the way they lost yesterday to the Spurs was incredible there. So we'll see if it's.
I followed that one too. I didn't want to bring it up, but then I also said, you know what? I had a Wemby rebound assist and a LeBron Wemby assist. Yeah, they both go down. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you can't get 2 rebounds. You're a freaking mutant 7'10" giant. Like, how the hell can't you? How don't you average 25 rebounds? You just gotta put your hands in the air.
Yeah, I think he likes Brook Lopez. I think he wants to be a Brook Lopez and just launch threes.
Yeah, that's why he's a cross between Sean Bradley, Manute Bol, and UA Blob. I mean, guys, he's terrible.
That's a name for the past UA Blob. I heard that. I heard that.
I like throwing that guy out there. It makes people look like, is that a real name? Yeah, he's a real dude.
Yeah,
and
7'4". He makes Shaq look tiny. He was a big bodied guy too. He was like 300 pounds.
Oh yeah, there's some guys back there. Benoit Benjamin, Elo Candy, of course, being the Clipper, spent time there covering the Clippers. I remember those type of slug centers, big stiffs. We used to call them big stiffs back in the day. That was a name for centers with no skills. Just size and no skill. We called them big stiffs. That was the name. But now, that's why they're eliminated from the game. Pretty much, you got to have some skills. You got to have that skill set to be a center in the league.
Joe Klein. Big 7'1" dude at the end of the bench just coming in and tell people.
That's right. Oh, goodness there. All right, let's get started. We'll start here with the NBA, and we'll knock them out here with the Thunder and Sixers here. The Thunder, 11.5, 12. Circa has it at 10. There's some funky numbers here in this game early in the betting cycle. I can see between 12 and 10 now. You don't see that very often these days. Total 219, 218.5. Pacers and Cavaliers run it back here, but this in Indiana here, we've got the Cavaliers 8, total 232. I'm seeing 229s now in the marketplace, so there's some different numbers here. Suns and Hawks here, seeing this one about 5 on the road for the Suns, total 234. Let's take a look at these injury reports here real quickly here to see what's going on in these games. Cavaliers and Pacers. Travers is out for Cleveland. Jerome doubtful. On the Pacers side, Nesmith out. Halliburton doubtful, so there's a score there, doubtful for Indiana. OKC, well, we got Caruso back in the lineup. Holmgren still out, and the backups, Flagler and Mitchell, still out for OKC. On the Philadelphia side, Drummond, Embiid, Lowry, Martin out. And C. Martin will be in there, doubtful, questionable here for Philadelphia. In that Suns and Hawks game, we got Nurkic out, Grayson Allen probable. On the Atlanta side, we have Jalen Johnson, a shooter, is out. Nance Zeller out. Trae Young, Bogdanovich questionable. So let's get this one underway with Rod.
Yeah, and I'm looking at that Suns taking on Atlanta. It's like Suns laying 4.5 on the road. Ooh, scary proposition. But Atlanta off that road trip, right? This is their first game back at home off of their West Coast trip. It's like, it's one of those spots. I think I will take Atlanta, though, plus the 4.5. I just don't trust Phoenix laying that boatload of points there, especially on the road. In that one, I'll hold my nose and take the Atlanta Hawks plus the 4.5 in that one. And then it is a quick turnaround for the Cavs to get their revenge against the Pacers. And at 8, it almost looks like they're begging you to take the Pacers there at the plus 8. Can't do it. I'll take the Cavs to get their revenge and win by 10 plus over the Pacers in that matchup.
There from Rod, we move on over to Bo.
Yeah, man, I'm just going to continue to take the honors in the Philly games. They just struggling to score points. We have OKC, who's only getting about 104 points per game. And I think they don't really need to blow this team out. They have Cleveland back on deck, so they may be looking ahead. So I think OKC want to jump in here and get this win. And with Philly struggling, I like the under. I think about 217 in that one. And I'm going to take Cleveland. Like Rod said, it's a nice revenge spot for them, especially with Halliburton being questionable. This team has a
doubtful now.
Okay, doubtful. But even if he plays, you know what I'm saying, Cleveland have a plus 10 net rating, while Indiana is right around 0.0. So I think they get the double-digit win. So give me Cavaliers minus at 8. And as far as that Phoenix Sun game go, both these teams been shooting well from 3. They both are ranked towards the bottom. I think Atlanta's the bottom, giving up 38% from 3. Phoenix is ranked 19 and giving up around 36%. Then we get up and over the total of 234.
There from Bo, we move on over to Chris.
Yeah, and the Cleveland Pacers won. For my video the other day for the last game, I had the over. Of course, they went under there. Cleveland didn't even score 100, but I think that changes in this one. So I'm going to take the over in that one. I think we see some points in this one. OKC, Philadelphia. Only way I'm going to go there is lay the points with OKC and probably take the under as well. And then Atlanta, I would take Atlanta with the points and look at the over as well.
There from Chris, move on over to Sean.
All right. The OKC game, again, bigger game on deck. I really can't get involved with laying 12 there. They might just want to kind of win and just not worry about a spread, so I'll avoid that one. Cleveland Pacers, I know we got the cat out there, but I'm going to go over in this one just because when they played the other day, you lose at home. It was an ugly game, 93 points. It wasn't even like it was a typical kind of game when you see their points that they were putting up in the 10 games before that. So I'm going to go over the total. I expect Cleveland to come out, but again, you want to do a team total on this one instead as opposed to a full game based on injury, I understand. And again, big game up next. So, who knows if typical NBA fashion, it's a big lead and then they start resting guys and crap like that. So this is you go with that one with a little weariness. I'm on the Hawks as well here. I know it's their first game back, but it's the Suns' first one on the road. And do you really want to jump on a Suns team? They've been playing the unders as well, so I don't like them laying 4.5 there. Is that all of them, or am I missing? What else am I missing? That's it, right?
You got them all there, all three in that block. All right, I'll tell you what I think here. Yeah, I got to look at OKC in this spot, 6-10 the spread on the road against losing teams. Looking at this Sixers team, boy, they've not looked pretty well. They failed to cover 13 of 17 at home, 11 of 13 failing to cover against the West. I look OKC in this spot. I like the over as well in the Cleveland and Indiana game. Both teams have been shooting the ball pretty well. They've gone. When you look at this Pacers team, over in 11-17 at home, Cavs 10-5 of the over on the road. Look over in that spot. Suns here and the Hawks. Going to look at the Hawks in this spot. Atlanta at home has averaged 112 points per 100 possessions. But the issue with the Suns has been their defense on the road. They sit 28th in defensive efficiency away from home, give up 119 points per 100 possessions, allowing 48% shooting, 38% for three. Again, against these high-scoring teams on the road, the Suns 0-2 at the spread against teams averaging 116 points per game or greater. I'll look at the Hawks in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Fix Morning Show with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. All right, let's knock out the NBA here with these final four on the board tonight. Pelicans and Bulls. The Bulls 1.5 to 2, total 239.5. Big one tonight. Kings and Bucks. Probably the game of the night is the game of the night here. Bucks 2.5, total 228.5. Nuggets and Mavericks. We've got the Nuggets on the road 4.5, total sits 232.5, 233. Nets and Trailblazers here. Blazers laying 6, total 218. Let's take a look here at this injury report here early in the betting cycle here, and we're looking at the Pelicans and Bulls. Ingram and Jones out for the Pelicans, but that Pelicans report's getting shrinking. It's starting to shrink. Only 2 guys on that report for New Orleans. For Chicago, Craig Sanogo out. Kobe White, a scorer is questionable. The Sonmo is questionable as well. Kings and the Bucks. Malik Monk, who's now has been inserted in the starting lineup for Sacramento, so he can't win 6th man of the year anymore. He's been starting too many games. He's questionable. Middleton out for Milwaukee. Trent and Rollins questionable. Giannis is probable there. Denver and Dallas. Interesting game here. We've got Kankar remains to be out. He's been out for 2 years. Gordon, Jokic, Murray, Strother probable. On the Dallas side, we know that Luka's out. Exum is out. Kyrie Irving is questionable. Now, the word on Irving is he practiced with the team on Monday, and the media speculates that they'll probably sit him here and play him Wednesday. Not official, but this reading the tea leaves, that's what the media speculates. So with Kyrie Irving, probably a coin flip whether or not they play him or not. He's got dealing with that back issue, but this is a front end of a back-to-back. So just take that into consideration there with Irving's status. Nets and Portland here. Bogdanovich, Lewis, Cam Thomas, the shooter, is out. But we're starting to see some upgrades here with Claxton, Johnson, Russell, and Simmons questionable. So it looks like half their team might play here in this game. Portland on the other side. No Grant, no Thibault. Williams, Banton, Avdija, questionable there. So there you're caught up with the injuries for this 4 on the block. So we start with Rod.
Yeah, and looking at the Bucks and the Kings game, you look over the last 5. Kings have definitely been rolling. Winners of 5 straight, covering the spread 5 straight. That offense has been clicking, hitting at 46% of their shots and scoring about 25 points a game. But you got to come in here against the Bucks team that has been playing some defense, especially at home. Home teams to 43% of their shots, and a $1.10 against the Western Conference. They step up even more. Home teams to 42% and only 102 points a game. There in that one, and guess what? They dominate the Kings. They've won 15 straight wins versus the Kings as the favorite are these Bucks. Nothing but domination from the Bucks over the Kings, and everybody's looking at the Kings the way they've been playing. So give me the Bucks, the home team. We're only having to lay 2.5 now. It opened at 1.5 and moving up with good reason. That winning streak comes to an end there. Give me the Bucks in that matchup. And then the Bulls game, I'm looking at you look at New Orleans, and their defense is just as bad as the Bulls, giving up over 49% shooting. Bulls, same thing, giving up over 49% shooting. This was a 239, and as we were sitting here, Tony was saying who's in and who's out. I watched it tick up to 240. So we know what happens in Bulls games. I'll take the over there in that one. We easily get into the 240s between those two, as New Orleans is definitely starting to get healthy and starting to score some points too. We know that Bulls defense is ass, so I got to lead to the Pelicans to get the win there, but give me the over as the play there in that one. Two I like those four.
They're from Rod on over to Bo.
Yeah, man. Don't look now, man. But the Pelicans looking like they might be that team we thought they can be. Kind of push Boston to the limit, man. They're coming off the win to get the 76ers. I just don't like the way the Bulls play defense. So then we're getting some good value, man, on the Pelicans team. I'm going to take them on the money line, and I'm going to take them on the spread. I just like the way they've been looking over the last couple of games. Like I say, Bulls just give up too many points for me. And then what were the other two games we're looking at in the slate?
Well, we have the other three. We're cooking at 4 in the slate, 7-game part. Kings, Bucks, Nuggets, Mavs, Nets, Trailblazers.
Yeah, man. I know they're looking at Kyrie coming back, but we just saw Denver beat Dallas, you know what I'm saying, cover that spread. I just don't like the way Dallas been scoring the ball, and Denver has been playing better defense, holding team to under 105 points over their last 3 or 4 games. So I think we'll see the Denver Nuggets get another win. I'm going to lay the 3.5 to 4 points against my Mavericks. And in that Brooklyn and Portland game, you know, both these teams have young players. They can shoot. You know, Brooklyn got some young players trying to show, you know, what they can do, probably looking for a job next year. I think we'll see some points in this game. They both been playing lackluster defense. So over under hit about 217, 218. I like the over in that one. And those are games I like in this slate right here.
They're from Bo. Next up, we go to Chris.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at the Bucks in that one. I think it's a good letdown spot for Sacramento. They have been hot, but like Rod said, I mean, the Bucks have owned the Kings, so just take the Bucks there with I think we're getting 2.5 at the moment. And I look at the under as well. I mean, they're playing pretty good defense against Western Conference opponents, so look at the under in that one. Chicago, definitely going to take the over. Neither one of these people are playing any defense at all, so just take over in Chicago. Dallas, looking at tomorrow's game, what they've got is the Pelicans on the road. So, I mean, I think it would be smarter to play Kyrie tonight for the revenge game and rest him on a Pelicans team. But, you know, who knows what they're going to do. I would still lay it with Dallas as a revenge. They're 3-2 coming off a home loss against the spread. So just take the points with Dallas. And then the Portland Nets game, that's just ugly. If I had to take a side, I'd just take the points with the Nets.
They're from Chris on over to Sean.
So all this Bulls Pelicans talk, I was gonna say, you know what? You look at this spread and be like, how do you just take the Pelicans? Like the Bulls should beat this team. But then I'm looking at this total. DraftKings open is at 232. ESPN at 236.5. I'm seeing 241s now. Right? Is that correct?
Yeah, 241 just popped up again.
Yeah.
It's fine, man. Why we talking?
I guess
Zion must have made his flight. I think that's what happened.
Did we miss the boat on the over in this one? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a 3-4 point move. I'm going to still side with the Pelicans there, just based on the line. I'll take the ridiculously bad team with 8 wins there. Sign me up for an over on the Kings Bucks. Kings have been playing well since their coaching change. You know, it's a big game for them, right? You're playing a big bad Bucks, so I expect a full showing here. A game. Let's go over the total there. Give me the Mavericks at home as a little doggy there. I mean, this is one I think where I look at the line, I see, well, Denver. Everybody just thinks Denver is a great team. where they're kind of turning into a Kansas City Chief-esque, let's just play down the teams, who cares, we'll see in the playoffs team. I don't want to lay points with them. So give me the Nuggets and the Mavericks there over Nuggets. And the Nets Blazers, really? I mean, can you give me an ice pick for my eyes? 218 on this total. I was going to say you just take the under, but I mean, it could accidentally go over 218 when two teams score like 105 points. No, thank you. I'll stay away from that. I can't even render an opinion. No thanks.
Nothing. The pass there from
my mom said, if you can't say something nice about somebody, don't say anything at all. So I'm not going to say anything about the Nets in trouble. I feel bad. I'll say that. I feel bad for the fans of the teams.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for the Wizards fans. I was watching the Wizards T-Wolves yesterday, and I can't believe how many fans show up to that game. I really can't. I mean, I got the pass, and they show you the in arena stuff. That stadium's full. I thought they'd be half crowded in that game, but no, they show up. Amazing.
And I think they missed the cover by what, half a point, right? They were covering
14.
Half point loser, or maybe half point winner.
It was either, I think there was a 14 round, so you could have got a push on that. It was either a push or you lost by 1.5. Minnesota by the 14 and a half, I think it would have got to a half point loser. Yeah, you got a gap.
And you were looking great. You were looking great for 3 quarters, and here comes the fourth quarter, and it was just tankathon. It just tanked-a-thon at the end. That was ugly. At that fourth quarter,
Kuzma was back, I think. No, isn't that what it was?
Yeah, Kuzma was back. He was back.
Yeah, that's why. See, that's why. When Kuzma's back in that fourth quarter, he was stealing the ball and give me that ball.
Yep, ball hogging it.
Yeah, almost covered.
Yep, that's right.
They probably think it's like by a strength of schedule, like the NFL, where we give up. If we get outscored, we get a better draft pick. We have to go ahead of somebody if we're outscored by 20 instead of 17 or something.
Yep, I know. That's craziness there. I'm going to look here under in Milwaukee, Sacramento. I'll be on an island here. I just was seeing here these both teams defending better. I know Milwaukee had that ugly showing there against the Knicks. I don't know, it was just a no-show of performance there. Just really a spot for the Knicks there. But Milwaukee 3-0 to the under at home after getting blown out by 20 or more points. I can't believe they've been blown out 3 times by more than 20. But they have been. The Bucks. It was ugly for the Bucks this season. I'll look at them here in this spot. Kings, one of the reasons for the success, well, the main is the fact that they play for their coach, but second is they're playing great defense here. When you look at their defensive numbers, I mean, you have 97 to Boston, you're doing something right. I like the under in that one with Milwaukee and Sacramento. I don't think Milwaukee wants to get in a sprint with this Kings team. I think they're going to play Doc kind of defense, just slow the ball down, take their time with Giannis, work for position inside, like under in that one. Pelicans and Bulls. Yeah, I'm going to take the Bulls in this one. I just looking at this Pelicans team. It's hard when you got that 6-13 spread record on the road. It just tells me your team. I know you've been hurt. I know there's a lot of pieces, but there's some pieces coming back. But this Bulls team has been shooting the ball pretty well over their past 5 games and putting up points at home. New Orleans 27th in defensive efficiency on the road. Until they get it right on the road, I'll probably look to play Pelicans more at home right now. I'll look at the Bulls in that spot. Nuggets and Dallas in this game. I'm just going to go under here. I saw that Dallas-Denver game. Boy, Dallas just having a hard time generating shots in that game. They just could not do anything. They were in position to cover that game. Then Denver said, okay, we're just going to play the last 5 minutes and play defense. And then because Dallas can't make shots, so we're just going to play hard at the end. And they covered them at the end of the game, the last 5 minutes. They just could not make any shots without Luka. Irving's still a question mark, but trying to read the tea leaves there. Do you give that back an extra day to heal and knowing that you're going to play tomorrow? That's kind of how I look at it, right? To bring it back today, then you're going to sit them again. Maybe you want that extra, let those back spasms correct itself here today and then play tomorrow. That's kind of how I'd read the tea leaves there under in that one. Nets and Trailblazers there. I'm going to look at the plus points with Brooklyn. They are getting maybe half their team back. The other half still out. So maybe with half a squad, they can cover the 7 or 6. It's down to 6 now here against Portland. The Nets have been a pretty good spread team on the road, but they lost 3 guys, right, since trading Bridges, trading Schroeder, and the kid that used to be in Dallas over the Lakers. Like I said, yeah, Finney Smith there. So I'll still look at him. The issue with this Trailblazers, they don't get to the free throw line. They don't draw fouls whatsoever. And against these teams that don't get to the line, the Nuggets, believe it or not, the Nets 12-4 of the spread on the road against teams that attempt 24 or fewer free throws per game. So a team like Portland really doesn't drive to the hole and look for fouls. Take Nets in that one. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we turn our attention over to college hoops. hey, we can do them in 2 blocks today because we got some night games. And we only had 1 at 9 yesterday. We got 2. And we got a lot of night games tonight. So let's take this block. We'll go here from 6:30 to 8:30 on the first block of college hoops, 6:30 to 8:30 there. And we'll start it off here with Rod. That's Eastern time.
And looking at this 6:30, 8:30 slot, I'm looking at Mississippi State going against Auburn. And sure, look at what Auburn's doing. Ranked number 1 this season so far. But is Johnny Braun going to play this game? No. He's out for Auburn. That's big. He's out averaging double digits of points. Big rebounder for Auburn being out in that game. And Mississippi State knows he's out. They'll take advantage of that. So give me Mississippi State plus the 7.5 in that matchup versus Auburn. And then another one I'm looking at in this time slot. Hey, it's my Illinois team playing. The problem with this Illinois team right now, you look their favorite. They didn't look so good versus Penn State last time out, but Kasperius Jakunas is out. He's dealing with a forearm injury, and he's definitely questionable for this game coming into Indiana. They need him to be playing in this game. He's scooping up rebounds. He's good for plenty of points. He's averages 16 points a game, 5.6 rebounds, crushing it from 3. With him not playing, that's a huge loss for Illinois. It's not confirmed. It's still a game time decision, but if he's not in there, it's Indiana or nothing for me there. So I got to go against Illinois, grab Indiana plus the over possession of 3.5. I got to take Indiana there in that matchup. And then poor old lonely sad DePaul. Now you got to face Marquette. Good luck. Marquette's going to come in and run you right out of your own gym. DePaul's been that bad all season long. I'll take Marquette. Lay the 13. They win by 20 in that one. And then the other one I'm looking at this time slot. Hey, Georgetown's been playing some pretty good hoops. They've been starting to turn things in the right direction. Well, wham! Now they run into St. John's. St. John's loves to run and gun. And what they're going to do is they're going to pick up that pace and they're going to force that pace on Georgetown. Georgetown doesn't like to run and gun. They like to slow the pace and get you into that slow type of game. Not the Johnnies. St. John's loves to run and gun, and that's why they're 9-point favorite. I think they just run Georgetown right out of their own gym. I'll lay the 9 with the Johnnies in that one.
Yep.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Bo.
All right, man. I'm looking at Louisville over Syracuse. They done won 4 straight 2 road games, covered the spread in 6 out of those 7 games. We got Syracuse coming in 3-5 at the house. This offense for Louisville's been smoking, so I'm gonna lay that 7 with them. The Villanova and the Xavier game, I'm gonna take the under 148. We have Villanova, man, playing at 348 when it comes to pace. The last 10 games for Xavier at home has went under the total.
I got this game made a massive move here just to because I was on the under also. It opened 149.5, was 148 about an hour ago. It's now 145.5, 144.5 at Pinnacle. Just to let you guys know that was a massive move of the morning here.
Okay. Well, we're gonna pass that one up, guys. That's too much of a move right there. Something's going on. So let's just take that one off my pick list. Let's go to the Ole Miss versus Alabama. I'm gonna take the under that game. Ole Miss coming in. They've won all games on the total in conference. This team plays slow. If they want to have any chance of keeping up with Alabama, I think they'll be able to keep it at a low-scoring game. Alabama playing good defense as well. 7 of 80 last opponents. They held the under 71 points, so I think this game be able to crawl. I like the under one. I think it's 152 in that game. I'll take an under that one. I like St. John as well, minus that 9. Rod pretty much covered it up, man. I just think they're too tough. Averaging about 88 points a game, so I think they win the game by 10 points. So give me St. John's on the ATS line.
Yeah, from Bo. Move on over to Chris.
3 I got in this one, of course, from the SEC. I'm gonna take Mississippi State. Auburn is missing one of their top guys there, so I'd just take the points with Mississippi State. Ole Miss, Alabama. Definitely agree with Bo there. They play. Ole Miss plays pretty good defense against the conference, holding teams 35% field goal percentage, 60 points. So take the under in the Ole Miss, Alabama. If I had to lean aside, I'd take the points with Ole Miss. But yeah, definitely under is the play there. And then Texas A&M and Kentucky, I'm going to take over. When you look at what these guys are doing, they're averaging, Texas A&M is averaging 90 points. Kentucky's averaging 82 points. That gets us well over that total.
All right, from Chris on over to Sean.
All right, I'm going to go a little action here. We're going to take a little Ball State plus 9.5. I'll be joining on the Hoosiers as a little home dog here versus Illinois. I wasn't going to do the Marquette game. All right, I looked at it. I'm like, I hate laying those kind of numbers. But then, Rob's talking about it. I looked up. I'm like, man, DePaul. Boy, oh, boy. I mean, you think laying 13, 14 points, 15 in college hoops is a lot. Man, DePaul has not been good in ages. I'll jump on the Marquette bandwagon there. But I'm going to go against the crew here and grab a little Georgetown at 9. It's come down just a point, but you look at the other game versus UConn. They might be able to slow this squad down. You're going to give me 10 points almost here. I'll take the Hoyas, and then I bet a little UT San Antonio here as a little doggy plus 4.5. Although it's come down, it was 5.5 last night, so it's dropped a 1.5 here though. But that's all right. Give me the Road Runners there.
Yeah, from Sean. I'll tell you what I think about this game. I know there's issues with Illinois, but I'm gonna still take them in this spot. A bounce back spot for Illinois. This Indiana defense has just been really bad here in conference, allowing 49% shooting. Final line has covered 5 of 6 away from home. So look at Illinois in this spot. I'm with Sean here. Give me Cooley's crew here. Cooley's crew plus 9.5. St. John's 11th in the conference in effective field goal shooting, just 18% from 3. They have not made their free throws in conference, just 66% at the free throw line. The Hoyas here over the past 5, 47% shooting, 35% from 3. I got to take Georgetown here plus the points.
You want the hat? I'll give you the hat.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that. That doesn't. That doesn't work for me. No, all right, let's continue here. The Tony Hicks Morning Show is ready for our second block of games. On our second block, we go from 9 Eastern all the way to the last game on the board here. So the last game on the board tonight is going to be 11 Eastern time. Boy, we got 3 games 11 Eastern tonight. That's good. We got some Big 12 and as well as some Mountain West at that hour. So 9 Eastern to 11 Eastern time. We start with Rod.
And the first one we're looking at is we'll look at some bully ball. Miami, Florida coming into Duke. Going to be tough for this Miami U team going against Duke. Going to get run right out of the gym. I got Duke by 30 plus there. I'll lay the 23.5. I don't like laying big numbers, but at 23.5, it's Miami, Florida team 3-13 against the number and on the road. Duke's going to run him right out of the gym in that one by 30 plus. The one I like here, me and Clemson. I like Clemson here. And I'll lay with 5. Georgia Tech isn't that good. I got Clemson by 10 plus. They're that much the better team. Another spot here. I'm looking at you look at Iowa coming into heading into USC, and Iowa's been solid this season, but not on the road. I think they got 1 road win this season. USC's starting to turn it on and turn it up. So give me USC, lay the 2.5. I think they easily get the win over Iowa, and that one, Iowa on the road, not where I want to be. And man, the big game for me, the big game of the night is late night action. Starts at 11 o'clock. Baylor taking on Arizona. Man, is this going to be one heck of a game? It was at 5.5 last night. It's still at 5.5. I don't see it moving a whole lot at all in this one. I'm going to take Baylor. Baylor has been starting to turn it up. It's just one of those spots that you're going to give me over a possession in a game that I think comes right down to that final possession. I got to take it. Give me Baylor plus the 5.5 in that matchup.
There from Rod on over to Bo.
Yeah, the 3 I like in this slate. I'm gonna take Arizona State over Central Florida. It's a long road trip, man. I'm gonna look to fade a lot of these teams that's traveling in these spots like this. Arizona State have the winning record at home. I think 5.5 is not big enough, so I'm gonna lay them 5.5 with them. I do like the USC over Iowa State. I just think, like I said, I'm gonna fade some of these teams that traveling like this in these spots. I think it's a small line. I like the way USC play at the house. They come with that big win against Illinois. I think they keep it the momentum off of that win. And the one I like the most in this late slate is Utah State and UNLV over the total. I know UNLV don't score like that on the road, but at home, the last 2 games they scored 79 and 87. And we have Utah State, one of the highest scoring team in this conference. So I think we'll see big points in this one, guys. So this is the one out of all the games this late slate, I like that over between UNLV and Utah State.
There from Bo on over to Chris.
The two I got in this one, of course, is Florida and is it Florida, Mississippi? Nope. Let's see. Missouri, yeah, Florida, Missouri. Couldn't read my notes there. But I'm going to take the under in that one. I mean, you look what they're doing. They're 0-3. Missouri's 0-3, and Florida's 1-2 to the, or 2-1 to the under. So I think it's a lower scoring game there. And then Arkansas, LSU. I would take the points with Arkansas, but I would also lean towards the under as well, as they're both 3-0 to the under when facing conference opponents. Those are two I like there.
There from Chris on over to Sean.
All right, we're going to start here with Nevada Air Force under the total here. Air Force, I mean, they'll be lucky if they get to 55, 60 points here. So we'll go under there. I'm going to look at the Baylor game as well. I don't know. Maybe I'm a Baylor homer. I like these guys. You know, there's something about the Baylor team. I don't know, man. They've done me dirty the last couple of years, but they're always just long defense threes. There just seems to have a bunch of guys who can ball, but it never gels. But 5.5, like you said, has not moved a penny, which is odd. In the thing of, even you see most games move like a half point somewhere. This has just been a flat nothing. You're gonna give me 5.5. I'm gonna take 5.5 with this one. And I'm going to disagree with Bo here. I'm going to go Iowa here with the 2.5, whatever. I look at this one kind of like Michigan. I'm going to get a team that's scoring, and you're going to give me a couple points, and it could be it's a pick 'em basically game at 2.5. I'll take a bucket on the road 2.5. That's half. That's all I might be. That's all I might need in a 83-81 game or something like that. I'll take a couple points with a team that's scoring.
There'll be some scoring.
Yeah, definitely some more scoring in this game, I think.
There from Sean. I tell you what I think about these games. I'm going to go under in Ohio State and Wisconsin here. Ohio State, just poor offensive team in the Big Ten, 14th in offensive efficiency. They turn the ball over just 29% from three, but they defend there. Does this Ohio State team, the Badgers, a team that here over this 5-game period, allowing just 39% shooting, like the under in that one. Yeah, I'm going to look at SC in this game. The issue I have with the Iowa is their road defense, or their defense away from home has not been too sharp, allowing 51% shooting in the conference, by the way. that's in the Big Ten. They're giving up 51%. That's always the case with Iowa. They just can't defend, but this is pretty high for their standards, 51%. They're usually giving up 46, 47, but now they're giving 51% shooting in the conference. SC here has shot the ball very well. Very good interior team, hitting 54% inside. They make their free throws. They defend in the conference there. So I'll look at holding to 30% from three, 50% inside. I'll look at the Trojans there. I'm going to look here at Arizona. The line opened yesterday at 5, moved a half point this morning. Oh, it's been at 5.5 since the opener. Wildcats have been shooting the ball effectively. It's just this Baylor team on the road, I just don't trust them away from home. Right now, they failed to cover 6 of 8 away from home. So in their neutral court games and in the road games, they have 8 of them. They're giving up 48% shooting. So just going to look at Arizona in this spot, just based on Baylor's defense away from their home court. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Picks and Morning Show. We're gonna say goodbye to Sean here in a second. Before we go, Sean, you're gonna have to give us our parlay, because we know ATS it's been cranking.
Yes. It's a 3. It's best way to go. 2-1 is put the 3-team parlay in. So again, 17-5 with these. If you're just going 1, 2, 3s across the board, Mavericks +4, San Antonio +4 in college hoops, and I'm throwing the Baylor Bears in there +5.5.
Excellent. There you go from Sean. Sean, let's see what you have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Sean, top unit producer over at Tony's Picks. Over 2,400 units of profit for the year. All documented. You go to Sean's handicapper page. Verify those numbers. Every pick is graded and documented on the site. What do you got for sale, Sean?
College hoops. I got a few games up there. Pretty good run there. 32-16, 66%. I did add the Mavericks as we're doing the show here. I'm like, I like them. So you got them for free. So you know what? You got that premium for free. And so go buy some college hoops, which I'm doing pretty well at to start the year here on Tony's Picks. So go get it. Make it a 2-for-1. There's somebody else up here. We got a leaderboard. You see how everybody does? I love the leaderboard. There's no – we come on, we tell you we win, we lose. It's all right there for you to see.
So guys, get on board with Sean over at Tony's Picks to see the great results here. All documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. So get on board with Sean. Long-term passes, maybe the one-day passes. You want to try them out. One-day passes, profit game is our profit guaranteed. Much under profit, the amount you purchase will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Link in the description to get you to Tony'sPicks.com. And, of course, you'll find Sean around the top of the leaderboard for the year, top unit producer at Tony's Picks for the year. So go ahead and get signed up and use that promo code Tony at checkout. It'll knock off 15% off your purchase at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, Sean, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you later.
Take it easy, fellas. Good luck today.
All right,
Good luck today, Sean.
Like Sean Higgs here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. All right, let's continue here on the show here as we get ready here for this hockey card. It's a big one today. They gave us 14 games. All right, so we're going to do here, we'll cover the 707s. The 707s here from hockey, Eastern time. Sharks and Wings. We see the Wings here, Red Wings, 210, total 6. Stars and Maple Leafs. We got the Stars $1.07, total 5.5. Ducks at the Capitals. Capitals 255, total of 6. Flyers the Blue Jackets, $1.06 on both sides, total 6.5. Bruins and Lightning. We got the Lightning on the road, $1.26, total 5.5. Kraken at the Penguins. We've got the Penguins, $1.41, total of 6. And that'll do it here for the 707s. We start with Rod.
We're looking at the Kraken taking on the Penguins there in that matchup. It's this Pittsburgh Penguins team at home. It's where they play their better hockey. 7-0 at home versus the Pacific Division opponent. So got to go with the Pittsburgh Penguins in that one. Not getting in front of this Detroit team. As I told you, watch out. They were going to heat up and play themselves right into a playoff spot this year. And guess what? They have. That new coach has come in, and this Detroit team's playing hockey. San Jose's, they traded their goalies away, picked up some draft picks. They're looking at the future. This Detroit team at home, they've covered the puck line in 8 straight at home versus a Pacific Division opponent. Give me the Red Wings on the puck line in that matchup. Looking at here's the Flyers on a back-to-back spot. Hey, congratulations, you beat the Panthers last time out. But now here in this one, you got Kolosov in goal, and he's been a dumpster fire. This Columbus team, only second game in 5 nights. Rested team. You're going to go at home. You look at what Columbus has done at home this season. Absolutely lights out. Coin flip price. You got to go with Columbus. But you know what I like there? The over. Columbus, as I said, second game in 5 nights. 15-2 this season to the over. That's why it's at 6.5. We see plenty of goals in that one to get us over the 6.5 in that matchup. And then look at the Dallas Stars taking on these Toronto Maple Leafs. Well, guess what? Stars, pretty good hockey club, right? Well, not against the Leafs. They've lost 7 straight hockey games to the Toronto Maple Leafs have these Dallas Stars over the last few seasons. And Toronto looking for a get-right spot here. Nothing like beating up the Dallas Stars. Got to go with the Leafs there in that one.
Mm-hmm.
There from Rod. We move on over to Bo.
So you want to beat up on my Stars, huh?
They do it. 7 straight. The Leafs have been beating up the Stars.
All right, man. I'm gonna take Detroit and then San Jose under 6.5 goals. San Jose, man, they've scored I think 4 goals in their last 4 games. Detroit has been playing way good hockey at home, guys. So I think we'll see a 3-1, 2, 4-1 type of score. I don't see San Jose scoring many goals. So I like the under 6.5. We got Tampa Bay laying -127 against Boston. I think Boston only putting up about 1.5 goals, while Tampa Bay is averaging over 4. Yeah, man, give me Tampa Bay -127. I don't care if it look fishy or not. I'm going to take Tampa Bay with the better goalie. So those are the 2 I like in this slate.
There from Bo on over to Chris. Oh, nope, not
No,
over to Chris.
no,
We're not Chris. Not Chris. I was getting caught up watching that highlight in that Memphis Houston game. This highlight reel is just amazing.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, it's some good. It just got my attention, man. What a great! To me, it was the best NBA game of the year yesterday. There. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show. We'll continue on with the back half of the NHL card. As we'll take a look here at Panthers at Devils. Here we got the Devils $1.47, total of 6. Senators, Islanders, and we got the Islanders at $1.15, total 5.5. Canucks and Jets $1.55, total 5.5. Flames and Blues $1.65, total 5.5. Golden Knights and Predators here. Knights on the road $1.10, total of 6. Canadians and Hockey Club here. We've got Hockey Club $1.54, total 5.5. Rangers and Avs. The Avs at home is at $1.60, total 6. Over to Rod.
Yeah, looking at that Rangers taking on Colorado. Don't look now. Rangers have won a couple games. Start to turn their season around. You're going to give me at a plus almost 150 going against the Colorado team. But sure, they've turned their season around, playing pretty good hockey. I like the Rangers there in that spot. Too much value to pass there. This is a weird number with Colorado's only a minus 160. Too much value. Give me the Rangers with Shesterkin back. Shesterkin Blackwood. Should be an under game. Going to feel like a playoff matchup there as well. And then, but I like the Rangers. Too much value. Rangers, watch out. They're going to make the playoffs as well. So good bet there. They're going to start to turn it on. They're too talented to be playing the way they've been playing. And you look at this Montreal team. Hey, they're just rolling right along. And for me, I look at this. Look at Montreal. They're 20, 18, and 2 on the season. Utah, 18, 17, and 5. And Utah's favored minus 160. But Montreal's won 6 of the last 7 hockey games. Just playing the better hockey. I'm going to take Montreal at the big plus price. The dog has actually covered the puck line in 12 straight Montreal hockey games. So they're not winning. They're covering the puck lines and keeping it close. You look at another one I'm looking at, Vancouver taking on the Jets here in this one. Jets at home, just too tough. I'll take the Jets to win that. It's just one of those spots. You know what? Actually, who does Winnipeg have up on deck? I believe they play somebody. You know what? Give me the Canucks there. Forget it. Why is the Jets only a buck 55? It's like never mind. Don't take the Jets. Whatever you do, it's Canuck dance time. Canuck dance, Canuck dance, Canuck dance, Canuck dance. Yeah, they're trying to bait you into the Jets. Don't do it. Take Vancouver in that one.
There we go from Rod. We move on over to Bo.
Yeah, man. Like we talked about Florida yesterday, that game has been going over the total. We saw 43 game. I think we'll see another one tonight with New Jersey. New Jersey been playing well. Both these teams are averaging over 3 goals per. So I don't see why they keep making these totals like 6. So give me the over 6 between Florida and New Jersey. And yeah, like Rod said, man, Montreal has been money. You know, they're 7-3 straight up in the last 10. Utah, then the price. Yeah, give me Montreal, man, with the plus money. I like Vegas getting the job done over the Predator. They're 6-2 against the Predator in the last 8. So I like Vegas on the money line.
There we got from Bo. All right, we got you through the NHL card. Now it's time for our parlay segment where we give you a parlay or we give you a player prop, peripheral, a game coming up in the future. We leave it up to the cappers in this segment. We start off with Rod.
And we're going to go with a little 3-team money line dog parlay. We're going to take 2 in the NHL. Start off with Montreal on the money line, the New York Rangers on the money line, and we're going to take Indiana over my Illinois on the money line in that one. Hoosiers, tough place to go play, and I think they outright Illinois in that one. On the money line, little 2 NHL, 1 college hoop, all 3-team money line dogs.
Yeah,
in that one for you.
From Rod on over to Bo.
Hey, man, we're going to go ahead and make it a little bit more juicy, man. I'm going to give y'all a 5-teamer. We're going to do 2 in the NBA. I like Cleveland minus some points over Indiana for the revenge. And I also like in college basketball, I like Louisville minus that 7. I like the over between UNLV and Utah State. I like that under in that Ole Miss in Alabama game. I think that's right now you get that 152. And my final game, guys, I like the under and 6.5 between Detroit and San Jose State in hockey. That'll bring you back some nice, probably about plus 2,300, guys. Let's get it.
Yeah, from Bo on over to Chris.
I'll give you a 3-teamer in NBA. While you guys were going over NHL, I was trying to find another birthday score for the NHL, but apparently the 3 guys that were born today in the NHL, none of them are playing. So can't give you a goal score for that. But for NBA, I'll give you Atlanta plus the points, Dallas plus the points, and then Nets plus the points.
There we go from Chris. I'll tell you what I like here. Tonight, I'm going to get the 3-teamer here. Hawks here plus the points. I like the Bulls laying a small number here against Pelicans and give me the Coolies. Georgetown at plus the points. All right, we got you through that segment here. Now it's time to see what the cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Heading into a lot of hoop action tonight as well as NHL. So we'll see what Rod has going on over at Tony'sPicks.com as Rod has put together an impressive year here. 1,360 units of profit. All talk made over at Tony's Picks. Rod, what do you got for sale?
And for me over at Tony's Picks today, I've got my NHL sniper play. We've hit back-to-back on it and rolling right along in the NHL, so definitely scoop that up. Also got a 3-pack in college basketball. But it's also Tuesday, so you can get that 3-pack of college basketball, my NHL sniper play. Plus, I got an NHL sniper number 2 because I got 2 plays in the NHL I absolutely love. So grab that Tackle the Book Tuesday, get you all 5 plays, 3 college basketball, 2 NHL action there. But as you see, we've been rolling right along this year. So jump aboard long term. If you would have bought that year pass, hey, you're up $200 already. You would have paid for the year pass, and we're only on January 14th. So that's the way to go. Is long term. Take advantage of it. Hit the link in the description. Gets you right on over to Tony'sPicks.com. And when you get there, find that 2-for-1 capper promotional. Click on it. Pair me up with another one of your favorite cappers you see here at Tony's Picks. And let's put some money in your pocket. Don't forget Tony T at checkout to save 15% off. Let's continue to stack the units. Grab that money from the bookies and put it into your pocket. Continue winning.
Continue winning like Rod. Fantastic 2025 here on the site. Last year, again, big winning results in 2024. Rod been on a tear. Let's see what Bo has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can see Bo in the NHL has been red hot.
Yes, sir, man. I do have a 7 game card today, guys. I got 3 NHL, 3 college basketball, but my best bet is going to be the NBA. So you can grab them all in the 7-pack, low price of the $45, guys. But we always say, man, you get some long term, you get those late steam plays included. That's only on Tony'sPicks.com, guys. So that's a great option. A lot of those time in them leagues turning premiums, especially in the NBA when you're trying to get those late injury reports, guys. So make sure you get some long term. That'll definitely give you a nice return on your investment. And as always, guys, make sure you say that 15% by using the code Tony T. And also, guys, like we say, the 2-1 cap promotion is always available. So make sure you go get some today, guys. Get the winners. Check it out, man. Tony'sPicks.com. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, let's get on board with Bo over at Tony'sPicks.com. Right now, let's see what Chris has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Chris, putting really good numbers over the past 7 days.
Yeah, I've got a 3-pack. I've got 2 in the NBA today, a best bet and a premium, and then I've got a best bet in college basketball. Wrap them all up in a 3-pack for you guys. And then, I'll have more NBA, more college basketball the rest of the week, and then we start into the NFL playoffs, and then, of course, college football playoff on Monday night. So if you hop on something long term, you're going to get that play in there as well. And you also get the late steam. Of course, if there's any NBA injuries, any reports on that, I'll let you guys know about that. So hop on something long term there. Hook me up with one of these other cappers for the 2-for-1. Everybody's on the leaderboard. Everybody's doing great right now. Let 2 of us put money in your pockets. And don't forget to use that promo code Tony T checkout to save you 15%.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Chris over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can see the great results from Chris. Get on over there, get signed up. Link in the description of Tony's Picks and get on board with Chris for a long-term pass or one-day pass. Remember, those one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. The amount you purchase will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Remember, the long-term also features late steam plays where our cappers can load plays in the system between 10 minutes and 2 hours of game time. Those plays are emailed directly in your inbox. Use the email that you used when you signed up. Regular member plays in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. So get on board with Chris over at Tony'sPicks.com. All the best bet for you on the board over at Tony'sPicks.com as well. Multi-pack. So check me out there. Remember, long-term pass will get you covered with my NFL for the weekend. Having a great year in NFL and college football right now. So the college football playoff game will now be part of a 7-day all sports pass because our final is a week from yesterday. So a lot of football still to be played and the back end of that 7-day pass, as well as all the great hoop action. All right. If you visit Tony'sPicks.com, you'll find our live show in the archive. If you ever missed a show, you can watch it again. Or if you need help with these late games, we have games tipping off at 11 p.m. Eastern time. So if you need help with those late games, you can always go back and watch the replay and forward to the end of the show for the last stage of the show there to get those late games. And of course, we also have an on-demand content where a lot of our cappers produce content. I post plays up there every day. We go in depth into the games. And of course, Rod as well. What can they find from you, Rod, over on the Tony's Picks YouTube on demand and your plans for the week?
Yeah, definitely. If you're looking for hockey, I got you covered. We covered every hockey game. So if I didn't cover a game here on the morning show, definitely head on over. It's archived on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. You'll see all the hockey there. And be on the lookout. Thursday is the day we're going to start the Tony's Picks happy hour. As I said, Thursday. Be on the lookout for it. 5 p.m. Eastern time. We'll come on live and we'll dive through the NBA, the NHL goalie reports, who's in, who's out in the NBA. That late info get you another round of after we've found out. It's basically that late info show before the games start. So be on the lookout for Tony's Picks Happy Hour coming this Thursday.
That's for happy hour. Yeah, we got the morning skate in, we got the shoot around in, and there we late breaking information, roster moves there, roster information there. So make sure you check out the happy hour. Maybe you're here on the Tony's Picks here on YouTube channel, 5 p.m. Eastern time, Thursday. All right, Bo, what do you have over on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel and your plans for the week?
Yeah, I'm looking at uploading the free prediction in the Ohio State and Notre Dame game. I'm put that up tonight, guys. Getting in nice and early, man. Let y'all know what I think about who I like on the side and the total. Also, guys, I do drop at least 3 picks a day and all different sports, NBA, college basketball. But like I said, man, hockey is pretty much covered by Rod. So if y'all got any requests, man, we do this content for you guys. So if you hit me up in the comments, give me some ideas on what to bring you guys. I'll definitely put it into the video. But like I said, three picks a day for me with deep dives. But like I said, I will upload the Ohio State and Notre Dame pick today. So if you want to check that out, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Turn that bell on so you'll be notified every time we post up new content.
Absolutely there from Bo. Chris, what do you got going over on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel and your plans for the week?
I've got a NBA video today, and then I also have my first college basketball video on there. Like as promised, I will continue to do those. So yeah, that's what I got planned the rest of the week. Just keep covering basketball in both NBA and college basketball.
That's right, guys. So check out the on-demand channel. A lot of content there from Chris. All right, that's going to do it here for the Tony's Morning Show. Back again tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Just to let you know, I've got the NBA as well as college hoops up there with the on-demand as well. Full rundown on many of the games there. So make sure you like and subscribe. So again, back tomorrow live 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll have coverage from the NBA, college hoops, NHL as well. Of course, we'll get you those parlay peripheral games for you here at the end of the segment. And of course, remember, you can always watch our archive, our replay live on on demand on our YouTube channel. Just go to live tab and watch the replay there. All right, we'll be back again tomorrow. So we'll let you guys roll. Anybody have anything to say before we let you go?
Yeah, guys, I do put out videos on social media. I'm on TikTok and I'm on X at Bodon Sports. So if you want additional plays for me, make sure to follow me on X at Bodon Sports.
There you go. All right, anybody else have anything to say before we let it roll here today?
Have a good day, everybody. Make it a winning one.
Let's make it a winning
Crush the books.
Let's crush the books. Absolutely. Goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning Tuesday. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.